9.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
The best ideas are free with Ben Young from Bwaggy.com.
Time of the week where we like to get some fresh ideas, maybe a little bit of inspiration, particularly if you're in business. Ben Young.
Good morning.
Good morning to you at Bwaggy.com, BWAGY.com. Always some fresh ideas up there, whether it be about marketing or blogging,
Ideas.
or ideas. Just
things happen.
Yeah,
there's tons up there.
Just tends to give away his ideas. I'm sure there's a few potential business ideas, projects that haven't even been done, but they're up there.
Yeah, there's tons.
Yeah,
people have executed a lot of them actually.
Have they?
Every now and again, I get an email like, "Oh Ben, you put this good idea up. We're actually doing this. What do you think?" I'm like, it's pretty cool.
Wish I'd done it. That must be quite nice to get that sort of feedback, so that people are making a difference.
Part of the reason I do the blog is so that I can share these ideas, so that I don't get distracted by them and I can focus on what I'm doing. Because the reality is, I don't have enough time.
This is true. Only so many hours in the day. Thanks very much for the juice, by the way.
All good. Yeah,
it's a nice change.
We swapped coffee for juices this week. It is quite good.
The juice feels good.
Well, it's summer now. Mm-hmm. Well, it feels like summer.
It. Feels getting like there, eh?
Anyway, so I wanted to talk about undervaluing marketing.
Undervaluing marketing.
Yes. So I've been busy writing away for my next book.
Yep.
And it reminded me of this tweet that I caught about 12 months ago. Now, I always collect little notes and tidbits and write little comments, and then every few months I pull them together.
Yeah.
And this quote, and I've paraphrased it, went something along the lines of someone had just come out of a meeting during the recession, and they're talking about cutbacks. And the quote went something like this: "They want to cut marketing first. Ironically, they tell this to me as they sit there in their $200 jeans."
Yeah. Huh.
And this marketing person was arguing with management, going, "We can't do this because this is how consumers understand and perceive the value in our product."
And this is right, though, isn't it? That as soon as the recession hit, marketing was the first thing that was cut. That was the budget that was cut from almost in every single business.
Yeah, often it was. Also, for a lot of businesses, it was an easy one to cut. And also for a lot of FMCG products, it represents so much of their budget.
Yep.
Like, on this topic of jeans, there's no way jeans cost $200 to produce. Jeans cost about $6 to $20 to produce. Everything else we pay for is the marketing, the distribution.
It should cost more than that, but they don't.
Yeah, it should cost much more. So it was quite ironic to hear that tweet, and I could understand that guy's frustration. There are a lot of people in the marketing industry quite frustrated by that. On the flip side, though, it did mean there was a lot of innovation in marketing. People got a lot tighter with how they spent their money, a lot more results focused, which was quite excellent.
Yep.
But so I've kind of been mulling this over for a while, and then last week I managed to sit down with the MD of DB Breweries, Brian Blake.
Okay.
And so he was talking about how DB have experienced all these solid years of growth.
Yeah. And
then they kind of had the perfect storm when the recession hit. And everyone goes, well, beer's a recession-proof industry. And, well, it's not actually true. What Brian was saying is that people were trading down. So the consumption of beer was the same. But instead of buying an $8 beer in the Viaduct, they were going to the supermarket and buying a dozen for $25.
Which showed also that takeaways were up as well.
And so restaurant brands, which is Pizza Hut and KFC, they experienced a huge surge.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what people were doing.
People are still eating out, just in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. So as he said, they were trading down. And then some of their suppliers had increased costs. And then he was talking about how once all this happened, they kind of had this perfect storm where profits were dwindling even though they were selling the same amount because they don't make as much profit when they sell it through the supermarket. And also they had issues with, they have business relationships with bars whereby I think they advance them stock or they loan them money to help them get set up. There's some kind of financial relationship there, and when a whole lot of bars went under, they had to discount all the value that they had in them.
Okay.
So they had this perfect storm where all these things were going wrong, and suppliers increased some of their costs by 40%. So they had to really act quickly, and he was saying he had to go, he had to change his management style from, I think it was participative, to almost a command and control, and to make sure things happen really quick. So right across the board, they did a 10% head cut. They cut up company credit cards, and they made a few other cuts. But on the flip side, and I think this is quite important, he accelerated all sales and marketing projects in the works. So that meant they launched Tui Blonde much earlier, which did really well.
Yeah.
They launched Monteith Cider, so I believe they were the first to market with a mainstream cider brand.
Yeah.
And cider has 50% higher margins than beer because you don't have to pay for hops.
Oh, right.
So
of course.
the margins are quite good.
Yeah.
And it sells for about the same price or only slightly
Yeah,
lower.
or at a premium sometimes as well, yeah.
So what they did is they paused, cut costs, and then refocused on these new product launches and these new marketing campaigns and aggressively sought those.
So was he effectively going against the grain
Yeah.
in some ways?
Yeah. It's basically what he was doing. He wasn't going like this first tweet and going, cut all marketing. He kind of said, well, what potential is there through our sales and marketing projects, and how can we tap into that? And cutting marketing first is not the best option, because it's, especially when you have a commodity product like FMCG, so like beer's beer, right? The reason we drink one beer over another is because of the feelings, the experience, the enjoyment that we get from it.
Yeah.
Most beers, aren't
Mainstream
relatively
beers.
that different.
Yeah.
So, and that's the same with a lot of FMCG products. So cutting the budget, which makes consumers pick your brand, value it, and willing to pay a premium for it, is probably not the best option. If this company that I mentioned at the start had done that, well, they wouldn't be buying $200 jeans for much longer.
Yeah. The company's still around?
Oh, I haven't checked in. It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, that's some great thoughts there, Ben. People want to continue the conversation, they can at bwaggy.com, bwagy.com, and also on Twitter as well.
Cool. Thank you.
We'll see you next week.